Papa T is here. He is in the house, so this will be the first time that he has seen the car and ridden in it since we fixed it. So he's gonna go for his first ride in the car, and I will let you know his impressions. Well guys, we did what we said we were going to do. Let's just do a quick recap on this car and what was wrong with it. So my dad brought the car to me because it had a bad skip and it just wouldn't hardly run, had no power. He brought it to me, dropped it off, and said, you know, just do whatever you got to do. Let's try to get the skip out of it because this is a brand new motor that he just rebuilt. So he thought that he may have the valves a little too tight on it, so that was one of his main concerns. So we went ahead, took care of that for him. Gave him some new spark plugs, some 30-pound injectors. We went from 24s. So now it's got 30-pound injectors, calibrated mass air meter. We put all new gaskets on everything and went to a breather setup for the ventilation. We'll go ahead and address that. Some of you guys commented on the fact that I still had the hose hooked up from here to here, and I've just got to put the other cap on it. Because what happens here is, since the boost comes from here, originates from here, comes up the tube and into the throttle body, it pressurizes this tube, which then pressurizes the crankcase that comes in through here. So I deleted this, and you could leave that open, but I will cap it off just so that it doesn't, you know, push any oil out. And this is just for demonstration purposes only. So this will plug into the PCV down here like that, and this hose will come around and mount somewhere over here, and it'll have a filter attached, not this filter, but a correct size filter, and that filter will sit somewhere over here like this out of the way. So this hose will then run up here and connect down into the PCV, so that this way you have no vacuum on the crankcase of the car. This is all going to be atmospheric venting. These are the wire looms that I've been promising you guys that I was going to make a video on, but I just keep forgetting. I just do it because it's kind of boring, and I feel like you guys probably don't really care about it, but it really tidies everything up and it locks everything into place. I know that's pretty dark down there, but just trust me, everything stays in place. So the new wires did come in. As you can see, everything is wire loomed up all the way down here. These are wire loomed together also, and what this does is just really keep everything in its place. I took my dad down the road in the car after he got here, and I didn't really get to film his reaction because I was driving, but he's very, very happy. And guys, that just means the world to me to be able to help my dad out, get this car back running right for him. It made my day to be able to do something for him, because he always does things for me. He deserves this. His car's running really good. And with that being said, we will be moving on to the next step, the next phase of this build, this process, whatever you want to call it, which is the interior of this car. Because as promised, my dad told me if we got the skip out of this car and got it to run good, pretty much I had free reign on the interior. But with that being said, we're going to keep it budget. So what we're going to do is put all new weather stripping in the car. So I'll order that. I'm going to order carpet, and we're going to order floor mats, and, you know, probably a clutch pad and stuff like that. Try to find him a speaker grill over here, so match it up, and just get a couple cans of spray dye, really clean everything up, because the interior of this car is still really in good shape. Whenever I get this spray dye in, I'll show you a couple tricks on the seats on how I really bring these things back to life. Everything in here will be back matched up, but it is not the color that you get from LMR. I have tried with no success on all the reds and all the colors from LMR. Every time I buy them, they just don't look right. So you know what, it's just cheaper and easier for me to run up to my local paint store and get a can of paint that I use. Now I will tell you guys this, on your scarlet red interior, the color, and I don't think I have it, Andrew does though, the color that I use is Napa red. It's a SEM dye. On the can it's gonna look like a barn red. It's really bad. But when you dye the interior, it actually matches up really good. As you all know, the interior of these cars they're all different colors. Every panel in this car is a different color. I guess it's just the way over time that they aged. To be honest with you, I'm really excited about it, because Although I know on camera this looks really good, and the interior does look good. A few quick steps here, and we can make this thing look new again. So when you open the door up, it's gonna be awesome. After we do the interior, the next step for my dad will be to repaint the car, because this car is very photogenic and it looks really good on camera, but the car does need some paint work. So we're probably gonna change the paint up on this car at some point and move on to another scheme, more than likely. Also, while we're talking about that, I'm trying to decide on the color for my car. I told you guys I wanted to do the red with the silver at the bottom, and I still may do that, but I am tossing around the idea of possibly doing my car in white and silver. Yeah, I know, with a blue stripe. Now that's just a color combo you don't see a lot of, but we have a lot of white Fox bodies around here. So I don't know on that. There's no red and silver Fox bodies to speak of around here, really. Not that I've seen. I've seen one or two pass through. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do yet, but if you will, drop a comment. Let me know which one you would like to see. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is just kind of take off, hit it in second a little bit, see how the car reacts, see if it's any different than it has been. Okay guys, we are back from our little run. No oil at all, dry as a bone. Papa T is here, he is in the house, so this will be the first time that he has seen the car and ridden in it since we fixed it. So he's gonna go for his first ride in the car, and I will let you know his impressions. I think he's gonna be impressed. The car runs really good. I just took my dad down the road in the car, so I'm gonna ask him what his thoughts are on it.
Awesome. Unreal, unbelievable.
So is it different than it was?
There ain't no comparison.
Now remember, this car does not have a custom dyno tune. At some point we're going to try to get one, but we just don't have a lot of tuners around here, so we're just going to do what we got to do. But this is proof that you don't have to have a custom dyno tune. This car runs great, and he can vouch for it. I mean, around the neighborhood, this thing is like a stock car. It doesn't buck, it doesn't snatch, it does extremely well. So you get out here, you work on them, turn some wrenches, figure your car out. You know what, you might even save yourself a trip to the dyno. But anyway, we're gonna close this out. I just wanted to let you know that my dad's happy with the car, and I'm glad to have it back for him. And with that, we're out.
Oh my God.
Look at Nate.
He's taking the Avenger to the racetrack. The Aventador.
Hey, you going to the racetrack? I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how good the car
Oh yeah, the car
drives.
runs great.
Just
Feels like it makes power too. It's just hard to tell because it's spinning so bad.
It's gonna make some power, I think.
tried to.
All right,
A for effort.
yeah.